Hey guys, Casper here with a Twitter recap. It's been a while since we have done this. Again, I've had a lot of things to take care of, but we will dive into what mostly I have been um, posting on X/Twitter, but also what I've been retweeting during the past few days. It will only be technical charts, nothing more, nothing less. Let's see what's happening in this whole crazy world. Yeah, good. Again, a 2-minute video here by my good friend Borak on silver. Again, amazing technical analysis as always. Check him out. Again, you know where to find him if you don't already know. Tradingchannels.uk. Borak here on X. Really, really pleasant guy. He knows what he's doing. And here we will dive into Sahara with the GDX miners. So I'm sure you guys have seen the alternative cup and handle. There it is. You can see it better now, which has gone unnoticed too. So a bit of a skewed, ceiling here, but cup and handle, yes, it is definitely have the charistica of that. And even though, personally, I think people are already really bearish on gold miners, insanely bearish. Again, let's see where it takes us, but we are only down 8% from the highs of that local high there at roughly 52. So again, pretty early to be bearish. Overall, if we had the weekly time frame, you can still see all moving averages are just blasting to the upside still. The 50, the 100, the 200 are, trending heavily. So the long-term trend is in motion until disproven. And I'm not sure that we are over with after only a few months of breakout here, that a 15-year cup and handle play and the move is over. I don't buy that at all. At all. Short term here on the Dixie, the 2 hourly mini head and shoulders. Again, right around here posting that actually I think we are at the lows of this big, can we say crash in the Dixie? I guess we can. So we now are seeing some short-term strength in the Dixie. Again, long-term, really bearish Dixie. Short-term, a bit bullish here. Again, this is the 2 hourly, by the way, so there is some targets to be met, and we might overshoot a little bit on the Dixie. But short term, bullish. Breakout here, back test. So there, the Dixie definitely has 1%, excuse me, 2% more to go at least until we see potential weakness. Interesting here is the gold and silver ratio. So we have seen gold come down 8%, only 8, and people are bearish already. It's fine. It is what it is. Um, but only silver down 4. And that is why you want the gold and silver ratio, which to me is the key to everything when it comes to especially commodities and mining. Again, huge puke there where gold corrected, silver did less. Textbook bear flag, right? So if we start to break down from the bear flag, you can measure that one, and we are definitely gonna close the tariff gap surge from here, um, which will favor silver heavily. And again, I don't buy it. I haven't really seen it when you collapse big on the in this case only short term on this ratio, that it is in a period where gold does even more like 10% and then silver only 5. Um, I don't see that. Again, could be wrong, but I would be extremely surprised if that is the case. Nukes here on the weekly broadening structure. Nukes, in my terminology, is uranium tech. Again, this is where you have the small nuclear reactors, you have laser enrichment, you have Cameco, you have some, grid companies, all that good stuff, utilities. And we only have 1 year, unfortunately. But again, to me, broadening structure in play. You can see the tag here on the weekly. Again, if we play that expanding volatility, we could see roughly 70 here in this one here. And if you look at some stocks like SMR, OCLO, ASP, Lightbridge, LEU, these guys look really good. Still a bit early in their breakouts, but I like them very much. And we have been all over them on the Substack. Good. What else here? Oh, yes, exactly. The U.UN 2 hourly. basically, this is the entire 2025 price action. And I think we are putting in that big low at the third impulse of a bigger 1 year flag, right? This is the third impulse. We have one and two, which you cannot see in this time period. And in my view, left shoulder collapse, right shoulder, we will see some resistance anywhere from here to roughly 22. We will probably get the pullback and then we go, and then we can measure again where the target is. And yeah, I think good short-term price action. Hopefully, it can morph and confirm that big quarterly low here on the spot physical uranium trust. Again, this is the again, normally you take the 2 year and the 10 year, but this is the 10 year and the 30 year. You basically get the same picture with the 2 year and 10 year. But again, this is not good, guys, because we are rolling over again. And when these things happen, that is crisis ahead. That is crisis ahead. And I think I have a better chart showing. Yeah, there it is. Exactly. Beautiful. Good. The US 10 year minus the 2 year. Again, here is the inversion.com. And then we started to reinvert or uninvert. And that's when you had the big crash. Global financial crisis here. You crashed, in 08. CV19, they somehow, saved the repo market there. Barely, inverting. But again, we had a big crisis, which was saved by tons and tons and tons of printed money. And funny enough, we have inflation 18 months later. What a coincidence, right? Nope, not really. Here we have the deepest inversion and the longest inversion. I think if you take the area of these four here below the zero line, this one still, is 2 times larger. Again, I would like to know what you think. Again, to me, if this again is the 100% indicator, if this holds true, we are in for a big punch in the face when it comes to the markets and the financial markets. Again, let me know what you think. What will this be called, right? What will it be? What will be given the excuse or the name for it? To save the repo, they CV19 again. Let's see. Yeah, Cameco had earnings. Again, what else do we have? I don't think I have much more for the day here. Again, I think I want to show you one here, which I really, really enjoy. That is gold miners divided by inflation. If you have any sector, whatever it is, and it is long-term outperforming inflation, like we just have started it last month, you are in the correct spot. Again, that is when things are accelerating. Gold has already done it. Gold miners has done it now. And again, I'm insanely bullish on the miners, um, on the long-term picture here, because we are outperforming inflation big time. And I like that every day of the week. There are some resistance at 0.18, yeah. But again, overall, big breakout here. We broke on the 4th. Everything textbook in my view. Fantastic. Gold miners, yes, are pulling back a little bit now and all that. But on the monthly, I am stoked on the gold miners still. GDX divided by XLF, that is financials. Again, we have a big ceiling here at 1.14. Goes back over 10 years, but we have broken the downtrend. It is broken. And once we start to trade north of 0.14, in my view, it is case closed. Gold miners will be a better play than financials for maybe the entire decade here, the last 5 years. They will actually get back to these highs up here. Um, Truly astonishing to be hopefully a part of that move. So I will do two more, at least one more here, because this is again my ETF script where we measure gold against the 60-40 portfolio. 60 the markets, 40 bonds. And 10-year base, more than 10 years, and we have just been breaking out for gold in 2025. That is truly amazing. And we are in an uptrend, massive higher high. Could we backtest? Maybe. But again, it doesn't really bother me if you have a 5-year outlook. It doesn't really matter. You are going to want to be in gold compared to the 60/40 portfolio until disproven, right? Fantastic. Good. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. Have an amazing Friday. See you tomorrow, and bye.